What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever episode 8 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast.
Stop that shit.
Oh no.
They don't even think they're downloading the same thing. They're getting it on iTunes. Like, oh no,
It's
this
the
isn't
first
even
ever.
the podcast. They stop when you say that. It's like I know they're past the first ever.
Yeah, no, they don't know
They
anything.
don't do that. They're good kids.
I'm Tim Geddes. Alongside me are the coolest dudes in video games, Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller. We're gonna talk about some video games today. It's gonna
Lots
be
of
great.
video game stuff to talk about today.
The whole rigmarole that we got to go through right now is
I like how you say we gotta. Like I'm putting a gun to your head or something.
No, we
like
have
Nick
to.
is demanding this happens.
You don't know the rules of the internet?
I don't.
Oh, I do. This is one of the rules. You have to do this in the beginning of a podcast. You have to let people know where they can get it.
Okay.
Because you guys can get it at kindoffunny.com. You can also get it at youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Monday through Thursday, topics broken out, all that stuff. Then on Friday, get the full episode. Or you can go over to iTunes or your favorite podcast thing, except for Zune Marketplace, because they're haters apparently. I don't know. I don't know if we can fix that.
Okay.
They're upset at us. But yeah, you can get it wherever you want.
Why would the Xbox related thing be upset at us?
That doesn't make any sense. We need an Xbox fanboy. Because apparently I'm the Nintendo fanboy. You guys are the Sony fanboys.
Sure.
We need.
Nick can be the Xbox fanboy.
Yeah, sure. We'll
Nick
give it to
learned
him.
everything about Gears of War.
Done. We got some fanboys. That'll
Gotcha.
make everybody happy. So we're gonna get right into it. We got a Patreon topic because if you guys want this the show early, you can go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames and get this thing early.
Sure.
Or you can do a whole plethora of other things like suggest a topic for this show, and
On
we will
Patreon
do it
page.
on Patreon. Yeah.
This person even suggested they bought it. They're like, here's
Well, they bought-
$50.
And then they suggested
comes
it.
the topic.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can get your topics essentially guaranteed on the show unless they're really
Gotcha.
racist.
Whoa.
Then we
That's the one-
might
that's
not
where
do
we draw
them.
the line.
We might not do them. All right. So this is from Ben McConnell. He says,
Thank you for
"Hi
your support,
guys.
Ben.
My topic for the show is marketing in the gaming industry." I'm not going to read the grammar issues with this. I'm just going to say it
You're not
in
gonna
a-
do the Greg Miller?
in a way that makes sense. No. Okay. So my topic for the show is
You're going to
marketing.
look like an idiot.
Yeah, no. My topic of the show is marketing in the gaming industry, and who does the best marketing in the industry?
Oh dear.
And he's really nice. He's like, I'm gonna change my reward tier so someone else can have a shot at the topic for the show. So shout out to you, man. You're a good dude. So he's talking about trailers, and he wants to know how much trailers can make or break a game.
They can dominate. I mean, look at Dead Island. Dead Island, remember, it's hard now that there's been so many Dead Islands, and we're up to Dead Island 2, which sounds like there hasn't been that many, but then you realize there was a bunch of fucking spin-offs and other PC things and another episodic deal. Remember when Dead Island debuted, that trailer was unlike any zombie trailer we'd seen in the video game industry. The
It was backwards.
The backwards one, slow motion, the piano playing over it, intercut with the child being chased and everything else. Like when that came out, that was an IGN exclusive. Ryan Geddes had gotten that from Deep Silver, and it exploded. Like, and I remember when they showed us the rough cut of it. They're like, "Oh, we're negotiating this exclusive. Here's what we have so far," and we all watched. We're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
If this comes together, I mean, it's already fantastic, and there's drawings for parts of it. Like, if this comes together the way they're working on it, it's going to be amazing. And then we got it. It blew up, right? And that put Dead Island on the map. Now, that said, when we finally played Dead Island, everybody's like, "This is not I'm using a buzzsaw that's electrified, shooting bees at people." You know what I mean? Like, this is not the serious game. But by that point, nobody cared. That thing jump-started the franchise and made people aware of it, you know what I mean, where it's spread out. And this always goes, I always go back to this with the review discussion of Eric from EDAR at the time when he did it at GDC and said, it's just about people knowing your game exists and reading a review. It doesn't matter if it was good or bad. People need to know. There needs to be that cachet. This is the same thing, right? Like if you put your trailer out there and you make an impact, you're great.
Yeah, especially for something that isn't an established franchise. Like
Right.
that trailer came out, and like that to this day is one of the most popular IGN videos of all time. Because of like they got the exclusive on that, but so many people watched it, and that's the type. Trailers are important because they don't need gameplay. Like it can just kind of give you an idea of what the game is supposed to be like.
Sure.
And I feel like a lot of people, even non-gamers, can kind of relate to that.
Sure.
And latch on to it and share with their friends and all that stuff, and build that buzz about this game. So yeah, Dead Island was a thing before it was a game.
Right.
That's very, very, very important.
Same thing when, like, I yelled out, we need an Xbox fanboy. I yelled out about Gears of War. And you remember the Mad World trailer? Like, that played in movie theaters. Even if you weren't a gamer, all of a sudden you had, the Gears of War. That's some kind of Xbox game. Interesting.
Same thing with Halo. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's the movie trailer experience. When you get a game playing footage before a movie, that's the general populace that is seeing this thing. And those theater trailers always feel different. They always feel way more cinematic and way more like
You're
more than a
appealing
game.
to a different audience,
Yeah.
right? Like, Colin and I always joke around when we are about our favorite PlayStation trailers that come out of Japan, right? And they're like, now with PlayStation Platinum Trophy support and like all the shit Colin and I nerd out about, but nobody in a movie theater is like, it's got a platinum. What the fuck does that mean? You know?
Yeah, I remember there was a Metroid Other M trailer that played before
I tried to say
movies and stuff, and it was like live action. It was Samus walking. It was a fucking badass trailer. It's like, oh, great, that game was not that, but man, I remember that being super awesome. Halo 2, the first trailers for that were just insane. Halo 3, holy shit, the Halo 3 trailer was insane with Master Chief just walking like super long, Cortana just giving the speech.
Yeah,
man, like that trailer alone must have sold copies of that game, even though obviously it's Halo, so it's gonna sell anyways. But what about you, Colin?
I mean, Gears was the one I was thinking about. I mean, that's my favorite trailer of all time. I think that Gears of War trailer of Mad World was effective and was awesome, and it was important because we have to remember that the context of Gears of War coming out very early in Xbox 360's life cycle, and Xbox 360 was fine, but Xbox was a failure compared to PS2, and it was important for them to come out and shake things up a little bit, be a little more adult, aim at a different kind of audience, and I think they captured it with Gears of War, and that trailer was, I think, not only my favorite trailer, in my opinion, but maybe one of the most, if not the most important trailer that I've ever seen for a game. So just in terms of its artistic value, the revival, the fun with combined with Donnie Darko, the complete revival of Tears for Fears fandom, which was funny as hell. It was funny as hell to watch because I've always been into Tears for Fears, and watching people just suddenly love Tears for Fears again was like so weird. And it was because of Donnie Darko and that fucking trailer. I think it was important because that really gears along. Halo was already out and people enjoyed Halo 1 and 2 on Xbox, but Gears was that first next gen exclusive for them, and so that was an important trailer. But what I'm more into is like I don't watch many trailers, even for games I'm interested in. Unless I'm like really, really interested in the game, I don't actually ever watch footage of the game because I kind of don't want to. I consume things with more of the written word and screenshots and stuff like that, or art, and then not try to spoil it too much for myself. And what's funny about that is that that's the way we always did it. Yeah. Before, like, it's so funny. Like,
that's
we're
how
getting
old we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in the PS2 and GameCube and Xbox eras, we really weren't getting this hodgepodge of fucking trailers. It really didn't start until Xbox 360, and so I still kind of consume things in the old way. But some trailer, I really like the Resistance 3 trailer. I'll never forget that Resistance 3 trailer, the first one when they're on the train. It was all live action or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
The horns were playing and stuff like that, like the air sirens. They get you excited, but I think trailers are typically deceptive. And so, like, it's not worth getting excited over anything a trailer is showing you ever. You know what I mean? And that's, like, something I try to keep in mind. Dead Island is a great example. Yeah. That was a seminal trailer, expertly done trailer, and that game was not the trailer. Mm-hmm. That's why you got to be a little. Reluctant.
I mean, like, and this is I think maybe the first time on Gamescast ever where I've brought up DC Universe in a serious sense and not just a joke. Like the Blur trailer they did for DC Universe Online. Remember?
Blur, get the fuck out.
How fucking incredible that was. And that all of a sudden everyone wanted to know about DC Universe Online. And then they went and saw it and they were like, I'm good. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like I loved it and there's MMO kids who loved it and DC kids who loved it. But like that trailer got it into everybody's head that it's going to be this crazy alternate experience where the heroes can die and da da da. And like, that got people so stoked for that, right? And like, this is interesting to do this topic. We just, pull back the curtain. Just filmed the Order 1886 review discussion, which you can go get on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. And in that, we were talking about on Colin and Greg Live earlier in the day, talking about how the hype train goes and why when we're filming this, before the embargo is lifted for the Order review, why everyone's talking about this 5 hours of gameplay YouTube clip that got uploaded, right? And the reason being is because that's all there is to talk about right now, because we can't talk about it because of the embargo, but people have been looking forward to this game since the debut trailer. And I told the story of like, my mainstream friend who doesn't play games and has a life and has a job that isn't connected to this industry texted me when he saw the original Order trailer. He's like, that's the one, man. That's what I'm excited for. And he's like, that's awesome, but like, we don't know anything based on that. Yeah. So that's why, like, when Colin initially wrote, like, hey, I saw this for the first time and it didn't look good, people ripped him apart, right? Because for 6-9 months, they'd been sitting there going, this is it. AAA, PlayStation 4 experience, can't fucking wait. Yeah. And somebody's like, it's not that great. And like, what, fuck you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that's why now,
and it isn't.
Nobody understands exactly what's happening. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, like, right now, like, the zeitgeist at the very, very moment we're recording this, is people are so hung up on this one thing because that's all you can talk about, and that is so devastating to hear a game you've been waiting years for is going to take you half a day.
Well,
Yeah.
and the funny thing about that, we're talking about that first trailer, that E3 2013 trailer of The Order, which is an awesome trailer. Spoiler, I'm going to give you a chance to turn it off. It's not really a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler at all, but I'm going to
Just
give
mute
you a
it.
chance. Just mute it for a few seconds. Okay. That scene isn't anywhere in the game. I don't know if you noticed that. Like what they
point.
showed,
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
showed in
yeah.
that trailer, nowhere in the game.
Yeah.
So like what as far as I can tell, I don't remember ever seeing them in a carriage, getting out of the carriage with their guns out,
Yeah.
with all the liking. Like that never happens. So that just goes to show you again why you cannot trust trailers.
But see, I'm
like-
on a completely opposite side of you when it comes to trailers. Like, I love watching trailers, and I think that it's such an important part of the whole experience of the game. And I prefer it when things like that happen. When it's like
It doesn't ruin the game.
it
shows
doesn't
you a
ruin the game.
different thing.
Here's
Plenty of
something
games
that
do
feels like the game. Like I remember the Prince of Persia, the second and third one. Their trailers, that shit. A lot of the stuff was not in the game. A lot of the story elements that they showed, that's not how the story went. And I enjoyed that because it's like, oh, this trailer looks cool and it intrigues me. But then I'm getting a completely different experience. It's like when you watch a movie and it's like, great, unless it's a Fast and Furious movie, this trailer just ruined everything because nothing can ruin a Fast and Furious movie. But yeah, with the games, like I enjoy that. Like that to me, that sounds great. That is not in the game.
To me, it's disappointing because I was actually waiting for that scene. Like that was an awesome scene. Like when did they get? And there's a scene when they're in a carriage, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen here or whatever, and like shit's gonna go off, and it just never happened. To me, I always find that weird because we're getting excited about a world, but not getting excited about what we're going to get. And I think that sometimes in movies you see like deleted clips that don't end up in the movie, but they're made to be in the movie. No one's making movie trailers are often making movie trailers where nothing is in the fucking movie. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just weird. That's a weird precedent, I think, to set just for games where it's like, well, it's not in the game. And that's good. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I got excited seeing The Order because I was like, oh, this looks dark as hell. And I actually don't remember as many scenes as dark as that trailer in the entire game.
Yeah.
You know? So like, I think it's I don't want to say it's deceptive in that sense, but because maybe that was in the game, maybe they cut it. But it's just that's why I don't get too hyped about trailers. I get hyped about gameplay, and I watch gameplay, and that's why it was cool when we saw Uncharted 4 at PSX. It's like, okay, this is the game, and now you know that this is in the game, and this is at least the way the game's going to look.
Yeah.
And I think that is much more valuable than the marketing hype that is the trailer. That is just designed like you have to be confident enough to show your game.
Sure.
You know?
That's always a great sign.
I feel like there's an art to marketing. And again, this is me very like YouTube minded and always thinking about this stuff. But like I love when someone's good at marketing and like good at selling their thing, I fucking love that. And just creating a video. Like I love the idea of creating a video with the intent of it going viral and intent of people enjoying the video. And that's why a lot of times with gameplay stuff, I almost don't want gameplay. Like if it's a gameplay trailer, sure, I want that. But like I love launch trailers. They're fucking so awesome to watch just because they're trying to treat it like a movie trailer, which just, this is supposed to be an entertaining piece of content. Like there's game trailers that I'll go back to forever, every once in a while just to look at and just be like, man, like I remember being there when this first happened and all this stuff, and it's awesome. Like the Zelda Twilight Princess trailer. Holy shit, that was awesome. GTA, any GTA trailer. The Vice City trailer, the San Andreas trailer, when freaking Welcome to the Jungle starts playing, it's just like, that just brings back so much good memories to me. The GTA 5 trailer, even like
that, part of his question was who does it best, and I totally lobby that Rockstar.
Rockstar. I don't even think there's a question.
I mean,
there.
like, and granted, it's easy, right? I mean,
When you got that money.
if somebody walked in and was like, "Hey, you guys need to market GTA 6," we could probably get people to watch it. But just the way they do it and make events out of like tomorrow at 10 a.m. we're debuting our trailer. You know what I mean? They have it, and then they in the way the trailers are cut. You know what I mean? Like the way that debut GTA trailer was cut with a VO and this from Michael and everything. I was like, yes.
I mean, with Rockstar specifically, it goes further because it's not just the trailers. Like they got marketing down. Period.
Yeah.
Like every bus has a freaking GTA thing on it. And, like
You
there's
go to
posters
E3 and the
everywhere,
Figaro
E3,
has
all that
the
stuff.
paint, or
and it's
not,
like,
no.
yeah, money goes a long way when it comes
Sure.
to that stuff. And GTA has money, but it's like, why does GTA have money? It's like a circle thing where it's